The first patient diagnosed with Ebola in the U.S. is improving at Presbyterian Hospital as the investigation into who may have been exposed widens. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. Thomas Eric Duncan is in serious condition, remains in isolation at Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital in Dallas. Duncan wasn't admitted until a second trip to the hospital, even though he told a nurse he had recently been in West Africa, the first time he visited, and was sent home.
Duncan was staying at a Northeast Dallas apartment complex just a few miles from Presbyterian. The CDC says his circle of contact includes up to 18 people, none sick right now. 5 children in that group attend DISD schools and went to class at the beginning of the week.
Parents and students have been alerted at Conrad High School, Rogers Elementary, Hotchkiss Elementary, and Tasby Middle School. Letters also went out at Lowe Elementary because it's so close to Tasby. DISD Superintendent Mike Miles and Dallas County Judge Clay Jenkins are in studio to answer our questions tonight. Zahid Ara is at one of those schools. Calvert Collins is at Presbyterian Hospital with more on the investigation. James Rose is at the apartment complex in Northeast Dallas. First, though, reaction from relatives of the patient. Duncan has family in Arizona and North Carolina. His brother in Arizona doesn't necessarily believe Duncan contracted the virus in Liberia, and his brother in North Carolina is trying to console their mother.
This is too much attention. His mom is in there crying for his son. I'm worried about my brother, and I'm over here trying to figure out what the deal is.
He went through that test in Africa and it proved negative for any virus. And he came here and he been to Dallas, Texas, free, okay with his son and nothing.
The CDC is coordinating with the local and state officials to determine exactly where Duncan contracted the disease. Much of it goes through the Dallas Operations Center, and DISD is working closely to monitor students and faculty. More on that from Fox 4's Zahid Arab at one of the schools being watched. Zahid.
You know, Steve, we're hearing a lot of mixed reactions on this one. Some parents tell us they plan to take their children out of school the rest of the week. Others say they feel completely fine sending their kids to class. But everyone wants DISD to let them know who these kids are. Dallas ISD is tested with a sensitive situation. 5 students in recent contact with someone diagnosed with the Ebola virus.
So there is nothing to suggest that the virus has affected them.
A reverse 911 call went out to nearby families, letting them know the 5 students were sent home and remain under close observation.
These students attend Conrad High School, Sam Tasby Middle School, L.L. Hotchkiss, and Dandy Rogers Elementary School.
Superintendent Mike Miles visited campuses today, instructing staff on how to approach the situation.
That's very disturbing.
Larry Lewis also got the call because his 5th grader Adrian goes to Lowe Elementary, which shares a campus with Tasby Middle School, one of the affected campuses.
When my daughter came home from school, my first thought was like any concerned parent. Are you serious right here?
The situation has teachers emphasizing lessons in hygiene.
They're telling us not share food, and instead of using hand sanitizer before we go to lunch, they're saying wash our hands.
Students at the 5 affected schools were also sent home with a letter describing the situation.
This morning we were made aware that one of our students may have had contact with an individual who had recently diagnosed with the Ebola virus.
Xavier Finley and his brother say it's all kids are talking about.
People want to shake each other's hands, they want to talk to each other, they scared to go into the restroom.
I think it's serious because I ain't trying to spread it nowhere else around my family.
While teachers tell him to go to school like normal.
My workout being canceled.
Xavier says it's tough when this is affecting after-school activities.
No, they're just acting like overreacting.
There is no imminent danger to your child.
While the warning is out there, the Lewis family says they won't react unless there's a threat.
And our thoughts are that we're going to let her go to school. We're going to let her, she has an understanding, she's a bright kid. And we're just going to function as normal. But we do have to live aware.
Now, less than an hour ago, we saw night custodians here at Lowe wearing hazmat suits while cleaning the school. Tomorrow, health experts and extra custodians will be at the 5 affected schools when DISD says it plans to operate on a normal schedule. Heather?
All right, Zahid, live tonight. Thank you.